Hi, I'm Badger, and this is my series where I progress my account and learn how to PK. Welcome to the Gamer Dad Diaries. So, here we are, guys, episode 3 of the Gamer Dad Diaries, and I wanted to say a huge thank you again for all of the support I've had so far. Some of the shorts have been popping off. It's great to see. Again, I didn't think one person was going to watch this, so some shorts have got 1100 views now, and it's probably not much for a short, but to me it honestly means the world. For the start, the clips in the background aren't going to be that important. The clip that's showing at the moment is just me getting sort of shafted in LMS a bit. It didn't go very well the first day. I try and get a bit of LMS in each day, and it hasn't been going that well. If I get 1 to 2 kills, I'm super lucky, and the clip you're seeing I actually lose. I think I get really unlucky. I chance him with the declaw spec a few times, but it's still rough to watch back. I think I'm seeing improvements in my gameplay, but there's such a long way to go. I was reading on Reddit some comments from people that are also struggling to sort of learn to PK. Might have been some YouTube comments as well, and like it is hard. I don't know how much experience some of these people have, but in LMS specifically I found it quite hard. I find that in the wilderness my experience is a bit more balanced. People maybe not quite as good. I'm not too sure why so many good people congregate towards LMS, but I mean, I'm not sure. Having played now a few weeks of PKing, I'm not sure I can agree that LMS is the best place to start. I actually think the best place is probably to start by killing PVMers in the wilderness, as I've sort of been doing, and I'll show you in a minute. That said, I have had a few good LMS games. I'm still, spoiler alert, I still haven't had my first win, but the game showing now is a pure game, which I think is, I have the most luck in pure games. It starts out by killing the bot, so not hugely exciting, but I go on to get a few kills in this game. This is probably the closest I've ever gotten to winning, and to be honest, I thought I had it at one point, but I'll let it play in the background for just a moment. There was a good experience here where this me and this guy actually ended up freezing each other 10 tiles away, and I didn't clock this at first, and then the same thing happened again, and I clocked it right away. So that's really good that I'm improving, and I'm really happy that like you got to take every little step as it comes, and if that's a small measurable improvement, that's really good. I do notice that I mistakenly have my bow on long range here for a bit, but you know, I sort that out. That's no problem. I get a DDS off prayer. I feel like I'm up quite a lot on this guy. On the tracker, I'm doing well on damage. I think he's actually doing well on the prayers, but he just hasn't hit me as much. And I notice this in games that I lose, so I miss so many hits. Maybe it's because the way I'm eating. Maybe that's something I can improve on in the future. Definitely something I'll have a look at. I've had quite a few games now where the fog has been a factor in like either a win or a loss. I'm not a fan. I get why it's important so that people can't just hide out, but it feels a bit cheap. I'm not sure I'm a huge fan of winning in this way. So anyway, we skip forward a bit and I get a fight here. This guy, so I'm getting towards the end now. 2 people have died, there's 7 survivors left, and this guy at the start of the fight, I absolutely cook him. I'm hitting him off prayer so much. I mean, I'm up 200 damage and the fight hasn't even started. This to me is huge. I felt so good. This was the first time I feel like I was really better than someone and just absolutely dominated them. I think part of the problem was he was unfrozen and didn't move, He did get a really good fakie there off prayer on me, but yeah, he was unfrozen and didn't move, and I think that's just a mistake that you can't really make. I'm definitely guilty of this as well. I've seen some people have the freeze timer next to their health bar, and I'm going to look at a way that I can improve that for sure. Anyway, so we get the kill here, and I get back in the circle here, I get some good loot, I get the Zuriel staff, which I know has like a blood barrage passive, and in my mind I've already said that I want to use that to my benefit. I saw that in the recent DMM All-Stars. As you'll see, it doesn't really work out. I get sort of smoked by this last guy, which is a shame. It would be nice to use some of these hard-earned points on some rewards, but I guess for now it would just be cosmetic rewards, but that's okay. I'm here for the clogs. This is making me think a bit that like I had the most success and most fun in a pure PKing bracket, so is this a sign that I need to make a pure? I have thought about it in the past, and maybe it's something I can just AFK on the side, literally just sit at the crab and get some HP, get some strength levels, and see. So other than LMS, I've been doing some PKing at the Chaos Altar again. Found this to be pretty good. Like, I quite often find fights with people of my own skill, and I've been doing this tactic where if the doors open or if I see bones, then I've been running back to the teleport in to see if anyone comes in. I actually missed this guy because I had my skull prevention on at the time. I was really frustrated when I found that out, and I guess I wanted to put this clip in because it sort of shows there's so much hopping around trying to get a fight. This was the guy when I realized. I was like, oh damn, okay, I need to turn that off. Never mind though, and we realized pretty quickly here. So, but yeah, lots of hopping about, lots of I don't know, just waiting to get a fight. I mean, this is at 4 times speed, by the way, and so I know it's not exciting to watch, but I think I want to set realistically what PKing looks like. I've jumped forward a bit here. I've maybe killed someone with bones or something, not that exciting. I find this guy antiing, and what's wild about like antiing is this guy does he have a toxic staff of the dead? He has a noxious Halley. He has a void waker, which he gets me off prayer. I'm really glad I catch the second one. And it's like, even though he's wearing literally no armor, it's wild to me when you're antiing how much gear you can sort of smuggle into the wilderness. I have got the smite up though, because I'm sort of thinking if he's got all that, maybe there's a chance I smite him for something, or it's worth a go. And the motto of this video is just kill everyone, because you don't know, especially for me, he's new to the wilderness. Like, I don't know who's gonna have what on them, and I also like. You don't know what experience you're about to get. Like, maybe that guy turns around and he smacks me with a Venge Void Waker and I get to learn a little something. Either way, he didn't have much loot, 70 odd K, so nothing too exciting going on there. But if you've seen here I catch someone on the way back to the Chaos Altar. This is really good. This is always a free like 70k. It's really nice. I probably shouldn't have dropped any specs though. But anyway, if you've seen my shorts, you've seen this next clip. This is the biggest PK I think I've ever had, and it came pure chance by just hopping worlds. I tend to stick to the total level worlds. I can't remember if this was in a total level world, to be honest. But either way, I've mostly just been hopping those. Actually, if I look at the world, no, this was just pure chance, which is crazy to me. So I hop and I see this iron. I'm thinking, oh, I've caught him at the start of the trip. Maybe he's got some bones, just usual stuff. actually didn't notice that cannon back there. I maybe could have done something about that. Then I see in the chat box 3 million gold coins. Oh yes. I was so hyped. The clan was hyped. Everyone's hyped. I put a clip of this and I did get some heat for killing the iron. I do feel a bit bad, but if he comes into the wilderness with, what's that, 244 no Dagonoth bones, I don't know, you know what you're doing. Like, with no tank gear, I get that he's an iron, he might not have access to everything, but that 3 mil key really puts me up. And then with the rest of my time, I thought I'd do some activities in the wilderness. So, sort of demonstrating doing the Rogue's Chest here with the Rogue's Chest clan. Now, how it works is everyone here is sort of in rag gear. I decided to bring a proper PK setup, and everyone here is in rag gear, and it's sort of like you don't have to be the fastest gazelle to not get in, you just have to not be the slowest. And it's a bit of that mentality. Sometimes a big clan will log in and you will all die, but ultimately it's really good feeding experience. I was getting sort of 250k an hour and I still get to do some PKing. This was a really fun activity. There's a couple of really good clips where you sort of get into 5v5s, 10v10s and so on. And then I've got this clip where a clan had been attacking us and we managed to get them at the obelisk. And I think they're changing it so they can't teleport away. Either way, I'm getting some barrages and this is gigantic. Because I just want the damage, I'm sort of trying to move away and unfreeze, so in case I freeze any of my team. But you can see here I actually get 3 loot keys, each one's worth about 150k. I'm not sure why these people are only bringing so little risk. I guess because they just know they don't have a chance, but I'm sure if they turned up with a bit more gear, then it would be really hard. Other activities, I did some hunter, I did some black chins. Black chins, I guess, are really sort of safe. I did get logged in on a few times, but you don't have to tank very far. I guess as a bit of experience, I wanted to get that. Yeah, I wanted to get that experience of learning to tank someone. I don't think I've shown the clip, but I did have a few PK sort of fights that I was losing, and I managed to get a freeze log under people multiple times, and that's really cool because that's not something I've been able to do before. And this is sort of the same thing, like I'm not really well practiced at tanking someone, so I thought this could be a cool little experiment. But actually I go quite a long time without someone attacking me, to the point I don't even have a clip of it. By the time I got attacked I turned OBS off. So yeah, that's a bit of skilling in the wilderness. I killed some Chaos Elemental as well. I don't think there was much going on there. Certainly no drops to report. I was doing it on the same as the Rose Chest world because it seemed less likely that I was going to get PK'd. If I did get attacked, I had a plan. I was going to run to the resource area, but I say whilst I was on that world, I was never getting attacked. It was quite a chill experience. I saw Mr. No Sleep use that tactic in his recent video, so I thought that's something I wanted to employ. And then I guess I'll talk about what other skilling I've been doing on the account. So I've been doing some hunter. I got 3 or 4 herbalism or herblore levels, which has got me up to, say, I think I'm 90 now, and honestly it's been so fast. I'm sort of tempted just to send the 99. It's 16 hours or something from 90. It would take me no time at all. It's really chill. It's certainly on the list. I'm also in the process of farming for the fishing barrel, which is something that I want to make fishing a bit more AFK. I've been doing some Temperos, but it really is as and when. I think outside of the PKing, I haven't really got that much skilling done this week. So
I have AFK'd
yeah,
some
I
blood
think
runes.
that's it for sort of a summary of the skilling. I have done some blood rune crafting, sort of AFK, working on the fish barrel. That's what you can see me doing now. It's been quite a quiet week, all things considered. So, but I really did want to get a video out there just showing the progress. I guess that's the downside of doing this content, is that as a gamer dad, you don't always get the hours in that you want, and therefore maybe you don't get to make the progress you planned in a week, and therefore weekly progress videos aren't super successful. But I've got some plans for this week. I'm thinking I might just send the herb lore. It's, I don't know, 100 mil, 150 mil. It'll be done this week. Just a cheap little dopamine hit. Oh, and the other thing that I've discovered is the OSRS trading card game. This plugin is so good. This plugin is honestly the coolest thing ever. It's, as you gain experience, you can buy packs, and then you can open the cards, and it's just like the examine text from the item. It's been a bit of fun just on my grind. I found that when you level up, you get quite a few points, so that's been really fun. But yeah, definitely recommend that to people if you need the little dopamine hit. And that's it. So I'd like to thank you for watching. I realise it's been a bit of a short video, not much to catch up on. I'm gonna try and get some more PKing and LMS and things in this week. And oh, I guess an update on the keys. I'm plus 6.3 mil. Well, so I've had 6.3 mil in keys. I did have another death, which I frustratingly didn't have recorded. But so I'm down now, total 1.3 mil. So we're 5 mil in the green, mostly thanks to that huge loot key. So I would say that's so far a success. So thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe. Let me know if there's anything you want to see in future videos. A bit of inspiration sounds good. Maybe I'm going to try PKing in some new spots. So if there's anywhere you'd like to see me PK, let's go. Let me know. And I'll see you in the next one.